In this video, I'm going to discuss making a work order in our online view of the system. Click on the work order list link found under work orders in the left menu. Our list of work orders is displayed. Whenever we create a work order, the system will direct us to the general work order list view. Work orders can be created from different places within our system, such as leads and contracts. Click the Create New Work Order button on the bottom left. The new work order modal will pop up. Here we select a customer and give it a title. We will assign it a sales rep, typically the person who sold this job or knows what's going on. Next, we will select the charge type. The charge type will affect our items in the work order and help control the price of this job. We have three options: time and material, fixed price, and no charge. Time and material allows the price of our work to change based on how much labor and material gets used. Fixed price locks our price to a specific number. No charge does like it sounds and won't charge our customer for this work. Pick the type you think best suits yourself and the job. Now we can select our invoice type. We have three options here as well. The default is upon completion, which will prompt you to invoice when the work order is set to done. The next option is batch, which will group work orders into one invoice when a batch invoice action is performed. Batch is good for work orders that occur numerous times within a billing period. An example would be weekly lawn mowing that gets invoiced at the end of each month. The third option is no invoice, which is typically used for no charge work orders where we don't need an invoice. Let's leave this one set to invoice upon completion. Click Next. The next screen allows us to set this work order to a specific department and primary crew. We can set some scheduling parameters by selecting a start date and time as well as a deadline. We can also leave this info blank if we are not ready to schedule it. Next, we can set if and how this work order will renew. By default, the work orders are set to not renew. We can pick Prompt on work order completion to trigger a work order renewal once the job has been set to done. This option is best for jobs that happen at unknown times like snow plowing. We can also set the job to be a recurring work order. Recurring work orders come with scheduling parameters like start and end dates, frequency, minimum days between, and preferred day of the week. Jobs that are date-driven with specific frequency should be set to the recurring type. Let's leave this work order set to not renew. Click Create Work Order. Now our work order has been created and we are looking at the work order view. The work order view is organized into a few key sections. At the top, we have our breadcrumb bar, which links to other related documents, leads, contracts, and invoices. Next to that, we have an edit button that allows us to edit all the work order's primary info found in the section below. We have a note box for office notes that will not be visible to the customer. Under the primary info is our item list, which is currently empty. The bottom of the view has our status and some action buttons to perform various work order related tasks. The work order status is an important setting for organizing work and controlling when it's time to invoice. Now let's give our work order's definition by adding some items. Items are the things we sell, usually services and materials. They come from our pre-written item list. If an item is a service, it can have a list of tasks, each with a completion status and ability to attach images. If the item is a material, then it comes with a text description and ability to attach images. An item also has usage and how we measure cost in the AdminMatic system. Usage is measured in time for service items and units sold for material type items. Each item can have numerous usage entries. Let's select an item from the list by clicking Add Item to Work Order button. Scroll or search for an item to add. I will select a service and a material type item for this work order example. The added items will inherit the charge type that we picked for the work order. Let's give our service item an estimated quantity and list of tasks. Click the item to enter the item view. The item view consists of three tabs: Estimator, Tasks/Description, and Usage. Select the Tasks tab and let's enter a list of things to do. Tapping the tab key after each task will add a new row quickly. Images can be linked to your tasks by clicking on the File Manager or Upload button in the image column. Each task has a status to indicate when that task is in progress, done, or cancelled. The Usage tab lets us add and manage our usage entries. Typically, usage is entered later via the app as our work is getting done. At the bottom of the item view is the item status, settings, and relevant totals. When all tasks are marked to finished, the user will be asked to set the item status to done. Let's go back to the work order view by clicking the red work order button in the breadcrumb bar. The unit prices of the items is usually preset, but we can adjust them at any time. Typically, the work order is marked to finished once all its tasks and items are set to finished. At this point, it is time to invoice and get paid. Select Invoice Work Order from the Actions button at the bottom. The invoice pre-screen will pop up. Here we can edit the invoice title, date, and payment terms. This view also warns us if we have issues with any of our items. Click Create Invoice to generate the invoice. Now the invoice has been made, and for QuickBooks users, it will be set to sync. Work orders are the core of the AdminMatic system. Once you have some set up, duplicating and renewing is just a few clicks of the mouse. Work order templates also make creating much faster. Check out the rest of our how-to videos, and thanks for watching.